host, Julie Riga. Julie, how are you? And know you're excited about our guest.
Yes, I am super excited. We're gonna have a great time.
Yes, we are.
Let's go have some fun. Who's our guest,
Okay,
Julie?
great. Let's do this. Let's do this. Chima, welcome. And just a quick intro on Chima Azilo. His mission in life is to empower young people to give back. He's done this for almost 20 years of incorporating children and young people into creative projects. And now he wants to create a legacy by empowering young people in global charitable initiatives. Welcome, Chima, to the Stay on Course podcast.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Neil.
Happy to have
Hi.
you here. Just really quickly before we get started, I ask all of my guests, what is your favorite food?
Oh, it's freezing. I didn't get you.
No, what is your favorite food, Chima?
My favorite food is something called edikaikong. You will have to Google that one. And it's a special dish you can only get in a certain part of Nigeria, in Calabar area. Very rich, very rich in very vegetable based, but it's extremely nutritious.
Okay.
Very fiery, very fiery.
Let's see. This is again exotic foods we're talking now. So this
Yeah,
is very
this
interesting.
is.
I love it. See, this is the international appeal of the Neil Haley Show and the Stay on Course podcast. Go ahead, Julie. We're going to move on.
Exactly. So Chima, tell us a little bit about Fund Donor. We see the sign behind you, and then we'll get into the ingredients for success.
Well, Fund Donor is a very, to me, a simple, basic concept, and it's like this. It's about donating fun. Those are the two words in there, fun and donate. And the premise behind the whole concept, stem from two things for me. One is the empowerment that I do with kids that I've done for almost 20 years. And second, I've probably told this story, but I'll say it here quickly, is when I went on safari some years ago in Malawi, and I went to visit a school because I just like charities. It was being built for charity. But there wasn't a school when I got there. There was just a piece of bare land. And when I asked a few questions, realized that $11 million plus had disappeared in that project. And that was really painful because it's like, that's our money. This is money we put into charities. We expect to see something beneficial come back. And so that triggered something in my head. And it kind of like laid a foundation for Fund Donor for me, because I wanted to make a pathway for charities to be accountable to us who give them money. So that kind of thing will not happen on our watch. And that's what I've set up as in this, the background of Fund Donor is a transparency tracking protocol that stops charities from being able to do that, because it's right from the top, it's accounted and audited that way. So that's the basics.
I love it. And I think I have a couple of foundations I work with. I'm on the board of Safe Pregnancies Foundation. I've had other ones that tried to work on specific things. And the hardest part is donations. Like people say, hey, I'm going to start a foundation. I said, good luck to you, because it's not an easy thing to raise money is difficult. And there has to be a strategic plan. You have to run it like a business. Am I right?
Correct. And so the premise is very specific. There's an audit trail that's signed off at the very top. And until that is clear, we don't release money. And then even if it's not, for instance, we will release it in tranches based on the evidence of what they've done with it. So we have to see that in a trail. Otherwise, they don't get anything. That's the key for me for how we unlock the funds. But Fund Donor itself, the principle is very simple. You get influencers to donate their time, their experience down to their fans. So the fans have an option to meet them or engage in a specific experience with them in exchange for a $1 contribution to the charity that they support. And I'll use David Beckham as an example. You look a bit like David Beckham, Neil.
I like this. Yeah, I like David Beckham. I mean, it's great. I like you using celebrities. This fits really well.
He's an ambassador. So he says to his fan base, hey guys, I want to raise money for this specific project in UNICEF. And I'm inviting all of my fans, my 110 million followers, donate $1 single, and you'll win a trip to come and see me. We'll have a football kickabout. We'll have tea and coffee. We'll spend a day together. How's that? And he sends it out to his fan base. And his fans say, oh, that'd be good. So the engagement rate for things like that It's about 1 to 5% in terms of specifics. And people will give $1. $1 not is like a tip. So yes, a lot of fans, super fans especially, will say, yeah, we'll do that. And at the end of the period that we have, like 30 days, we'll arrange the experience that he's promised for the fans for whoever wins it. It'll be a randomized thing. And that's one part of Fundona, the main part that everybody needs to know. But the underground part, the background part that I'm more interested in is the empowerment part. So the young person, the ambassador, who's in the middle that makes this thing happen. So you have to have an ambassador that's registered on the platform that links the two together, right? So that's the key. They reach out through social media and all. We have a tool called the Handbook. It's run by a friend of mine called Ellie Sandcliffe. She has about 600 and something thousand celebrities in this database with all the intellectual data around them. So you're talking about their lawyers, their agents, their what they eat for dinner, what they like to do, their hobbies, everything you want to know about them and how to reach out to them. It's all in this kind of Bible for celebrities. And she's partnered with us to give that tool to our ambassadors so they can use it to reach out. So the ambassadors will reach out to whoever they fancy as a role model. As soon as that connection is made, they earn a 1% stake from what comes back. So it's an incentive for them that's great. But remember, they don't get all of it as cash. They get a percentage as a thank you. The rest goes into a benevolent fund. They have to use it for good deeds, for acts of kindness, for charity donations, for giving back, for changing lives. And we want to create a chain of giving in young people. That's my goal. That's what I want to leave behind. So these guys in this platform, that level, reaching out, engaging the celebrities and influencers, and being rewarded as a result. And remember, they will also package the experience. They have the option to package that experience that the celebrity is giving. So they can go there, they can take selfies and take videos and do all the social media stuff and throw it into the platform. That's where the connections will be made. It's a downline that these things happen. So yeah, that's my dream. That's what I want to do with this project.
I absolutely love that. And we're going to get Julie right to the first ingredients for success, right?
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. So Chima, what are your ingredients for success?
Well, I think that I tell it backwards. The main one that I've been using is feedback, because you've probably been hearing me on Clubhouse sharing and talking about this project quite earnestly for the past year. And that's because my sister sat me down in October, a year ago now, and gave me kind of a telling off, because I've been trying to build this project for years and I've been waiting for the perfect moment. And she said to me, you're wasting your time. There is no such thing as a perfect moment. You cannot have a perfect moment. What you have to do is start. And when you start, you will find that perfect moment will find you. You're not going to find it. It will look for you. Start the project and get going. And that's what I've started doing, push the project into gear. So there's the ingredients for me of feedback from the members, because when I've started engaging, people like you, Julia, have come on board and helped me to shape what I need to do. There's quite a few. David Meltzer has been so instrumental. We're collaborating. He's opened up doors for me to use his tools to get people on board. People are I never thought these people would say yes when I knocked on the door, asked them. But I ask and they answer and say, yeah. Some people are harsh. Some say, give some really harsh criticism. But you know what? Even that harsh criticism, I use it. I turn it around. I look through it and digest and say, what did I not do well? And how can I make it better? That's what I use that
ingredient. I think that's so important. Yeah. Feedback will help improve you.
Self-feedback for
yourself, and always looking at how can I improve, and self-reflection. But feedback's important because you listen to different people, then take what is the best thing you want to do and move forward. What's your second ingredient?
Well, start. I've said feedback. I've said start was another one, because you have to start something if you want to get it done. If you don't start, you get nothing done. So those are two things. I think the third one for me was feedback tied in with listening. What did I think that was the third thing that for me, because when I listen carefully, there's different types of listening. There's listening that you're not really paying attention. You're not taking anything on board. You're not really using what they're giving you. And you think, oh, they're just wasting my time. They're just talking. And there's listening where you're keen to grab and take elements of what's been said and turn them into productivity. So that's what I do with my listening, is I twist it into something productive and push it into the program for what I'm doing. Those are key things for me. They're foundational. The rest fall into place. But those are things that make it work for me. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah. So was that 3 ingredients?
Yes, he already did. So he said start was the first ingredient. You got to start, and then feedback, and the last ingredient he talked about. Now, Julie, this is an unbelievable project because, again, my connection with celebrities as well, with all these celebrities that come on my podcast, I'm the number 6 celebrity podcast in the world according to FeedSpot. I think he has a great idea because influencer marketing, especially for charitable, is gigantic. So how do people get involved in this? Like if they have a charity and they want to get a celebrity involved?
We haven't a platform yet. We're going to build that soon. So what we're doing on the Friday, the 25th of this month, I'm coming on Clubhouse to launch a beta test for the crowdfund campaign. We're doing a unique thing. I'm a creative. I'm an artist. I do all my stuff through arts. And so we're building a structured platform based on people. You guys out there are going to help us make this work. And what we're doing with the crowdfund is simple. We're going to build a banner. That banner is going to sit at the top of the website. So the banner will be just below the menu bar, any typical website. But it's made up of images of you. We want 50,000 images on that banner to make a collage. You know these collages the montages that you have, where you have tiny pixelated images that made up of multiple images and pictures that you can put any image behind it and get a lovely facade that comes in front. You know them? Are you with me?
Yes. Totally.
So we want to build that, but with a difference. It's not just an image. So what we'll do is what you see on Friday. You can go into the interface and have a look. You'll choose a space on a blank canvas and you place your photo, your image there, small pixel photo. And with that, you get an interlink back. You get a hyperlink back for communication. And we want that hyperlink to be used to communicate with us and make us accountable. So we don't want to make all the decisions. We want you to make the decisions through the banner. So once that banner's in play and made, that will be permanent. It will never change. Your image will never move for life. It's there for forever. And it's cost $1 to get your space on the banner, or more. You can give more, but $1 is the base amount to get in there. And how it works is this. When you scroll across the banner, your image will pop around. So it will be popping out as you scroll.
Right.
And if you contributed a small amount, it'll be a small pop-up. And the more you give, the larger your pop-up with more detail that you can see as you're scrolling. I don't know if any of you remember the $1 Million homepage? Alex Tew. This young English guy was only 19 or 20. Some years ago, he built this page called the $1 Million homepage. And we basically, I'm just saying it for an analogy. I hope I'm not running out of time, but this site was based on pixels. So he had 1 million pixels he was selling for $1 pixel, and he wanted to raise $1 million. He had no money to go to college. That's all he wanted to do, go to college. And he sold them in blocks of 100, and advertisers went crazy. In 4 months, he raised $1 million, and he put the last remaining ones on eBay and got like 30 or 40 grand additionally. God, ask me how he done it. I don't know, but that's what he did. And that site, when you move around, you can see the pixels popping around and things happening. It's all dead now. And he went into depression, severe depression after that, because he tried to replicate this and he couldn't. He failed and failed and failed and failed until he got so depressed, he came across an idea called Calm. Have you heard of Calm? Calm.com?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right. That's a $2 billion enterprise now. This guy came from nothing with no money at all, no school fees, went through this process, went down and built himself back up on the back of that initiative. Now Calm.com. So we're doing this on the basis of building this lifetime banner that's going to sit permanently on the site. And you become part of it, you're there all forever. You're not going to move unless we're not going to allow. It's going to be AI controlled. All the imaging and all the content that goes on there will be verified. So we don't want any, inflammatory stuff. And if it's there, we'll take it out. But that will go on the banner. That's for life. Now, the actual website itself will sit below that. So any influencer that comes on board We're going to have fun with that page. Everything about this is fun. So
It makes complete
that page-
sense.
Sounds
that-
awesome.
listen to the page. The page. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we're
I'm
getting
excited. I'm
very
excited.
close, definitely, of
I'm
running out of
excited.
time. So where can people find info on you? and stuff?
I'll say it quickly. No, we haven't started yet. Until we start, I can't. But what will happen is on the page, you will have the influencer will be positioned on the page according to how much money they've raised. So if you're Beyonce, you've got $500,000 on there and you're at the top spot, you'll be at the very top across the whole banner. Below her will be the next two split in the middle. So you have whoever's next and whoever's next, 1, 2, 3 in that order. And below the two, there'll be 3 more. And below the 3, 4, there'll be 10 on the main page. So your ambition as a celebrity is to stay on the front page. So if you start slipping down the page, you just tweet again. Say, hey guys, I don't want to be down the page. I want to be I want to be on top. So
Okay.
you tweet
All right.
and do it again. And that's how we build the interest.
So
That's
the
what
best
the-
place right
the
now,
vision.
people can find info.
Fundonor.com. Oh,
Ah.
influencers. No. What will happen is we've got a few people. There's some celebrities that have more or less pledged that they'll start this off when we have the product in place.
I got
So
it. Okay.
at that,
All right.
All right,
yeah,
Chima,
yeah,
we
at that
have,
point-
we're running
All
out
right,
of time.
awesome.
We just
All right. So
no.
we found out all the information. Thanks again, Julie. Thanks. All right.